So welcome back to a new video. This is just gonna be an update of what the indicator has been doing for the last 2 weeks since I did not make an update video last week. I didn't document last week trades, so this video is gonna be for both last week and the current week that just finished. But as for an update on the Funder Pro situation, that account's gone. They denied the payout, and I emailed them, but they did not reach out back to me or anything. So yeah, and I checked their Discord, and someone else I know is having the same issue. Where they're saying they got the same exact email as well, saying how their payout got denied for what's it called? The same IP, this that issue. And I saw other persons still waiting on their payout 3 weeks now. So Thunderbird is definitely just going down, I guess. But as for the indicator, let me start from this was the 13th of July. Yeah, I got a 50k account from TX3 funding, and let me bring that up. Here it is. So I've already passed phase 1 with the trades I'm gonna show you right now, and I wasn't risking 1%. I risked like 1.5 to 2%. Yeah, and I passed phase 1, and it's now on phase 2 and up almost 1%. So I need like one more trade this coming week and I'll pass phase 2. And I'll try to document the trades I take on the funded account as well in August to show you how I use this same indicator to pass the Funder Pro account, pass both phase 1 and 2, made 6% on the funding, but that got denied, that payout got denied. Use the same indicator, passed phase 1 and 2 on this new 50k account and reach the payout as well. So I'll try to document all those. But as for the trades, so on July the 13th, the indicator, as you can see, I also made some tweaks to the indicator so it's more digestible. You know, it's more clear cut, just shows the bias for today, and then I use my own entry model to look for a trade. And as you know, I have two entry models. This is entry model 1, but the main thing the indicator does is gives the bias for the day. It's correct more often than incorrect. So as you can see, bearish, we got that push. This was a bullish day. Didn't get any entry, but we got the push. Bearish, it printed this day when the range closed. We got that sell off, but it didn't hit my TP, so I lost that trade. Same thing this day. Bearish day when the range closed, so and it sold off from there. Didn't hit my TP, ended up losing, but the indicator is quite accurate to an extent. Bullish day this day. It did gonna stop me at first. And I got the new entry, push the TP. So yeah, let's go over these new trades. On July the 13th, that printed a bearish day. Alcacel hit TP for 1.79R. And the next day was an invalid day, so I did not look any trades this day. Next day was an invalid day as well, did not look any trades. This day printed a bearish day. I used my entry model tool and hit for 3.5R. Let me take this off. Yeah, hit for 3.5R. By the way, this gray line is just like an extension of range, so it can be used as a TP level, but I don't use it as my TP level. I put my TP a couple pips above that, just because I want a more higher win rate, because sometimes it does goes close to it and then reverse completely, and I don't want that. So I rather have a higher win rate, so I use a smaller TP. But this is a pretty good magnet to use as for a TP. So yeah, on the 16th of July, we hit the sell for 3.5R and that hit TP. The next day, on the 17th, there was an invalid day, so no trades. The 20th, that was the Monday. This was a bullish day. I did enter a trade here with the entry method too, but that got stopped out, and it did eventually get the push up, and it did go up to the magnet up here, TP line, but I got stopped out. And this day, the 21st, was a bullish day. we got the first trade right here, entry method 1, and with that push, and it triggered entry method 2, so I entered that as well. However, both those trades got stopped out. Entry method 2 got stopped out right here, entry method 1 got stopped out right here, and then we got another push before the close off time, because the close off time for the indicator for you to look on the entry is 12 p.m. EST. So we got a new entry right here for entry method 1 at 10:10 a.m. and that went to TP. Yeah, that went to TP. It did go to the magnet as well, but I closed mine earlier. And on the 22nd of July is printed a bullish day when the range closed. So entry method 2 got triggered right here, but that got with the fuck out, so that trade lost. And then entry method 1 gave a setup right here, and that pushed to TP for 1.97R. And as for the entry models, those are my specific entry models, so that those aren't a part of the indicator. I enter on both the 1 minute time frame and the 5 minute, depending on which one it comes on. But anyways, on the 23rd of July, it was a bearish day. It was a value trading day, but this I didn't get my entry method before price pushed down, so we got the entry got invalidated right here, as you can see. So no trade that day, but we did get a push down as it was a bearish confirmed day. And the next day, which was the 24th of July, that printed an invalid day, so I did not look any trades. So that's the trades that's the bias the indicators printed for the last 2 weeks, and these are the trades that I took. So once again, the trades are not a part of the indicator. The indicator only prints the bias. So it kind of helps me in getting into the correct trades, because the most important thing with entering a trade is getting the bias correct. Because let's say even if you try to revenge trade or over trade, if you have the bias completely wrong, then you're just fucked. You're getting all the trades are gonna lose. But if you have the bias correct and you take a loss and you revenge trade, which I didn't revenge trade, my entry model printed there, but let's say you start revenge trading, eventually you might get it right and get the big win if you had the bias correct. So that kind of helped me, and that's what kind of motivated me to make an indicator like this, because I used to revenge trade all the time and do a lot of accounts. I've been through a lot of accounts over the years. But yeah, so the bias getting the bias correct kind of helped me with keeping my accounts alive. I don't revenge trade that much anymore, but this still helps me a lot because I have the correct bias almost every day, and it tells me when to stay out of the market. So the reason why this is an invalid day is because I won't go too much into the criteria as to what decides if the day is a bullish bias or a bearish bias. Alright, let's see if I can count how much R I made in the last 2 weeks to pass the 50k phase 1. I don't even remember if I made these trades into a video. I don't remember, but anyways, this day made 1.79R. Let me use calculator. So 1.79 plus 3.5 minus 1, then minus 2 plus 2.56, minus 2 plus 2.56, minus 1 plus 1.97, minus 1 plus 1.97 equals, okay, that was the last trade. So I made 5.82R in the last 2 weeks, using this indicator to give the bias each New York session. And also, it even though it prints bullish bias, it doesn't guarantee the price pushing like far for the day. It only gives you what the bias might be for that current New York session, because it goes based off of London sessions range, and then it tells you what New York might do. So that's what it goes for. So sometimes price might push go up here for New York and then reverse. Yeah, but as you can see, this day it did push go a bit far, but don't think it's always like that, you know. Anyways, yeah, we made 5 point, how much? 5.8 R, I think. Can't even find it. Shit. Alright, yeah, we made 5.8 R, I think. And as I said, I was risking like 2% per trade, so that's how I passed phase 1 and up 1% on phase 2 right now. Yeah. I'll see if I can, well, hopefully I can get a trade this coming week, so that way I can pass phase 2 with one trade. And then I'll start the funded in August, and I'll try my best to document all the trades I take on the funded account for August. I'm trying to aim for at least 6% before I withdraw. 6 or 10% before I withdraw. And that should be about $2,000 something. So yeah, I think probably the next video I make will be when I either get the payout or if the account's blown. That will probably be the next time I make a video. So sometime in August. Yeah, that's it for this video.